let's walk through Google's AI offering that is available to you as a Google user, and more specifically when you're a Google Workspace subscriber. Hi, I'm Duncan, the founder and CEO of SixFive, and we help small businesses across the world wrangle their tech so that they're not paying too much, they're getting stuff done, and they're able to concentrate on running their business. Now, if you use Google Workspace and you're trying to figure out what AI is playing in the world, you have probably signed up for ChatGPT by now and had a go at thinking about, how does this work and how can it help me? Well, the good news is that AI inside of Google Workspace is really baked in and it is very powerful. It is just as good, if not better, than the external competition. And the even better news is if you use the stuff that's inside of Google already, then you don't have yet another $20 subscription for external services. You're also making sure that your data and your IP is under one set of terms and conditions in one system. So let's have a look at what we have. I'm going to start with the first and the most obvious, and that is inside of Gmail. Now, you may not see this stuff yet, but if you don't, you can go turn it on. So I've got an email here, for example, and I can click on this summarize this email button. And on the right-hand side, we get this toolbar that pops up and it helps me look at the email. It can do the whole thread as well if there's multiple versions of that email over a period of time. You'll also see in the top, we've got this Ask Gemini button. Now in Google Workspace and in the Google tools, you'll start to see that everywhere as we go through. So that's one thing that you can use the summarize for. And then obviously you can do more with it down below. And you can say, hey Gemini, is there any information on pricing? And you can then you can use the email as a source of information. And there you go. It's looked at the email and it's found the information about the founders waitlist. Now, just as a side note, if you are looking for assistance in building out foundational video on a regular basis, Visionary is the product to check out. There's a link to that below. It will help you write, plan, film, record, and edit all of your scripts based on your own knowledge. It's the first of its kind in the world, and it's about to launch. Now, when you reply to an email in Gmail, you might also get some options about being able to compose the email and do some stuff. So you can click on the Help Me Write, and what that will do is help you compose a response. You can then ask a question, hey Martin, what's the pricing? So obviously not a great example, but Gemini can then come back and help you write the email. So great for non-English speakers, great if you're not all that comfortable with your grammar and the way that you can write emails. Now, there are some more things that you can do inside of Gmail. So if we go into settings, I'm just going to discard that suggestion for a second, and we scroll down, there is a whole bunch of stuff to do with grammar, spelling, autocorrect, Smart Compose, and Smart Compose personalization. So let's go ahead and turn those on. And what it's going to do is reload my Gmail. And now if I come back to this, I can see the summarize at the top. And then when I click on reply, so now what you can do is, could you provide some clarity on pricing, please? And as you type, you can see now we've got the little dotted underline there. It can help correct your grammar, your spelling. You can give it feedback as to what you like and what you don't. And also you sometimes get a tab. There it is. I can now hit tab on my keyboard. And what it will do is open up Gemini and it will start to help me refine this into a more complete email. So really kind of good time-saving stuff. It means that you can literally write your bullet points down in there and then everything will get magicked out using AI. And over time, obviously, it learns about your preferences and how it works. Now, if you want to be able to just talk to your computer, check out Whisper Flow below. You just simply push a button on your keyboard, you talk and say what you want to do, and out it comes. Way better than anything I've seen in terms of Siri, for example, on your phone, which is frankly just rubbish. All right, on to number 2. So inside of Google Docs, Google Sheets, you can do a whole bunch of stuff in terms of actually generating documents. So let's say, well, I'm going to generate a document and there are a bunch of templates. So I've got planning, I've got all sorts of other stuff. So let's try help me plan my social media strategy over the next 4 weeks. I want to create 4 videos, 1 a week, long form YouTube, all about AI in Google, and click on create. So it'll go off now and it'll do a bunch of stuff. It'll do some research and it will help me plan everything out. So it's come talking about TikTok and X and so forth. It's made some next steps. It will link into calendars and all sorts of other stuff too. So a really good way of generating frameworks for documents that you're looking for, and then be able to customize them from there. The next one we're going to look at is Gemini. Now, Gemini is a chatbot just the same as you might have seen with ChatGPT or Claude. It's just a different version. Now, if you're logged in and you use Google Workspace, the cool thing about Gemini is it has direct access to things like your documents and the stuff you have in Drive and your emails. It has some superpowers there that you don't really get in other external AI chatbots. It's available to you. You just go to gemini.google.com and you can just start having a chat with it. So let's use our same prompt here. Help me plan out a 4-week social media schedule with videos that talks about Gemini and AI inside of Google Workspace. Okay, so that's going to give us a prompt to start with. And on the right here, you'll see we can use fast, which is going to give you very quick answers back. Thinking, which is good for a bit more in-depth results and other things that are going on. And then pro is when you're trying to, do some maths, maybe some coding as well. And so I'll just go on thinking here and we'll just watch this do its thing and come back. Now, the way this works is over on the left-hand side, you get your history down on the left. So you can pin things that you might need to come back later that you started. And again, it's given me not dissimilar information to what we got inside of Google Docs, right? So you can use the two of them together. Now, what's really cool about Gemini, like I said, is you can then attach things from Docs. So I can go to add from Drive, I grab our ICP. So this is our persona profile about who we target in SixFive. Now help me target the video plan and the subject to my ICP. And what it's going to do is go read the ICP, and it's going to look at what it's already generated, and it's going to start to bring those two things together and go, okay, well, now let's talk about this in terms of who we are trying to target. Let's look at it with regards to our brand voice and how it is we are going to make those videos and plan them out. Now, this is a really key thing about AI. All right. If you just start asking it questions, what it's going to do is gather information from its training, which is basically the internet. And that's all very well, but it's going to give you very generic answers. So the better thing to do is organize documents and all of your IP, all of your best thinking inside of, say, Google Drive, and then use those to influence how the AI is going to answer those questions for you. So for example, things like tear sheets for your documents, product documentation, SOPs, all of that kind of information is really useful in improving how AI comes back to you. Now, if you do want some help trying to build out, say, SOPs or product tear sheets, for example, you can see these on sixfive.io/resources. Now, these are gems, and that brings me very nicely to another feature inside of Gemini. So in ChatGPT, you've probably heard of GPTs. These are pre-built, essentially chatbots that are run on ChatGPT. Gemini has the exact same concept. They're called gems. They're just not that easy to find in the public domain. Now, once you grab a gem, you can go and then it will use its training and it will ask you specific things and say, right, you give me that and I'm going to create this other output. So we've got a couple here. One's like an SOP architect. We've got one that takes a YouTube video and converts that into a blog post so that you can put your video and then the blog post onto your website. Again, keep an eye out on those on sixfive.io/resources. Everything on there is free, and there's some other stuff as well that's of interest. All right, other superpowers that Gemini has that you won't find anywhere else. So you can obviously upload other files. You can import code. So if you have code on GitHub, for example, and you want to manipulate that code, this is a great way of just doing really quick touch-ups and changes to things. And then the last one is NotebookLM, and this is fabulous. So NotebookLM is essentially a big AI, but it doesn't have any internet training to it. All of the stuff that's out there, all of that human knowledge is not there. So NotebookLM takes only the knowledge you give it in order for you to then be able to ask questions on just that content. So a bit like the example we looked at in Gmail earlier, we were asking that question, it was looking only at the email content. NotebookLM is that, but supersized. Let's have a look at, for example, this notebook. Now what I've done is I've grabbed 2 YouTube videos from the internet, and I've asked it what these are all about. And it's given me a summary in here and said, well, from these videos, this is what we can understand. Again, superpower here, because it's a Google product, it can consume YouTube videos really quickly and really, really well. Now, if you don't want to sit there and watch them, and perhaps you know that there's 3 or 4, 5 different people who talk about these topics, you want to bring them together and kind of blend that knowledge together, this is a great way of doing it. If you're looking to understand, a complex topic, something that's a little bit outside of your usual knowledge boundaries, this is also a great way of doing it. You can upload, for example, a PDF. So let's say you get a report about the current economy and you're like, I'm not really sure how that all works and how that can affect me. Pop it into NotebookLM and then you can start asking it questions about how it works. The other superpowers inside of NotebookLM are things like audio overviews, mind maps, flashcards. So you'll see here, for example, that it has given us, based on this information, a quiz. And so now we can go and actually test ourselves on what that is. So I've got one right there. Yep, this one's a not quite. So it will build out flashcards and quizzes for you. Mind maps, reports, video overviews, and the audio overviews are quite fun. If you haven't seen these already, it basically takes all of this and makes it into a little podcast. You can also customize these. So if you do want to have the tone or the way that they talk to you about the content, you can use these to make it more of a debate. You can tell them to be, really dry, witty humor in there as well, and just tailor it to the way you'd like to listen to it. If you have a notebook that's full of your own IP, right? All of the stuff that you do in your business, the unique way that you do stuff, and then you want to make that available to everybody else in your business to do stuff with, well, you can come in here, you can make a gem that helps people investigate that information, and you can pre-select your NotebookLM notebook so that Gemini can investigate and talk to NotebookLM and understand information that you have curated. Again, this is really powerful because it's taking away some of the crap that's on the internet and using just your information to do so. Now, last piece of this puzzle, you can create images. It has Canvas, which is a good thing, a good way of using to make code, and guided learning. So if you want to try and learn a new language, for example, guided learning is a great way of doing that. If you're trying to master a new topic, use guided learning. Deep research, if you're trying to figure out something that's a bit left field, like how many small businesses are there that get hacked and then go out of business within 2 years in the UK, that's what deep research is for. It will go out, it will scour the internet for scholarly articles and research papers and stuff like that, and assimilate that information together for you into a report. And then, of course, if that's still too much for you, you can take the report, put it into NotebookLM, gather some other sources about that topic, and then start to ask NotebookLM how that works too. Creating videos, so you have to change the way you think about stuff and actually say, look, I am a scene script writer, and use short descriptive terms to say, well, this is what I want to see. One of the cool things about videos is you can upload a screenshot of something or a photo, and it will use that as the theme that goes with it. So great for kind of little bits of B-roll that it might be going into video, or a short that's got to go onto social media. So that gives you a quick overview of the key tools that are available to you inside of AI. There is a huge amount more that you might want to look at. And if you would like to know more about any of these and go into a deep dive, the place to come is SixFive.io/academy, and you can come take our Learn Google Gemini course. You can enroll for free and learn a whole bunch more about how to prompt, how all these tools work, and how you can make them useful for your business. Remember, the key thing is garbage in and garbage out. If you produce some good quality content that your business relies on, then that is going to improve the quality of AI. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe below, and we'll see you in the next one. If you want to see one of the other uses that I have for NotebookLM in terms of promotion and marketing, then watch this video.